Hi, my name is Clarissa and I'm a personal trainer here at Aztec Recreation. Today we're going to be working on mobility for upper and lower body weight exercises. The first exercise we want to demonstrate is going to be for flexibility for a squat. So Kayla and Jimmy, the first thing they're going to do is they're going to come low to the ground. They want to get their hips as low as possible. So they're coming all the way down. Perfect. So their chest is going to stay tall, their back is going to stay flat. They're going to take their elbows and place them inside their knees and push out with their hands. What this is going to do is release your hip flexors, which are up front, and also your ankle joints, therefore creating a perfect form for a back squat with a barbell. In the instance where you may not be as flexible and are unable to get your hips down to the ground, you can instill the use of a partner. So in this case, what you would have you do is have your partner squat as low as they possibly can. And at that point, you're going to come down and not only support their weight so they don't fall over, because their weight should be instilled in their heels, you should just slowly guide their hips down and press on their lower back. Help them lift that chest up, pull in, and then they will press their elbows to release their hips. In the case where you still want to practice this exercise, but you may not have access to a partner, you can utilize a wall. So the first thing you're going to do, if you're uncomfortable, you can lean back and slide down the wall in order to get your hips low to the ground. Your upper body is going to be slightly forward, which is fine, because we just want to make sure that our weight is in our heels. We're still going to put our elbow inside our knee and gradually push out, and by doing so, this is also going to help release our hip flexors. And our next exercise, we're going to be working on shoulder mobility and chest flexibility. We're going to be using this PVC pipe, which you can find in the fitness room at the Aztec Recreation Center. And what Kayla is going to do is lift her arms up and over and attempt to touch her lower back with the pipe, all while keeping her arms straight and locked out the entire time. As you can see, this exercise is relatively easy for Kayla. So the next progression is going to be having her move her hands slightly closer in on the pipe. And then she'll repeat the same exercise, trying to touch the pipe to her lower back. So in this instance, what we'll have Kayla do is just keep moving her hands closer together until she finds the point where her flexibility stops. And then at that point, what she'll do is she'll hold for 10 to 15 seconds to increase that flexibility and then come back around. In the instance where you may not be as flexible and are unable to use a PVC pipe to successfully raise your arms up and over and touch your lower back, you can check out a resistance band at the desk in our Aztec Recreation Center. The exercise is going to be the same. We're going to start with a wide grip, go up and over, and touch our lower back. And as that becomes easy, you want to gradually move your hands in closer and closer together. And then once you are able to successfully perform all of those and have your hands relatively close together, you want to move on to the PVC pipe to make your level more difficult. Our last mobility exercise is going to help us improve our hold on a front squat. So the first thing I'm going to have Kayla do is come in onto the bar and pick up the bar as if she's going to do a front squat. So in that case, she's going to lift the bar, support it with her shoulders, and then hold the bar with her two fingers like this, lifting her elbows up. I then am going to come behind, put either hand on the side of the bar, and get under her elbows with my shoulders and slowly lift up until she feels a stretch. This is going to help release her triceps and her lat muscles in order for her to get her elbows up as high as possible so she can have the best front squat as possible. Go ahead. After that, we're going to hold this position for about 10 to 15 seconds and repeat it 3 to 4 times. Once you feel comfortable with your mobility and your upper body, you can go ahead and try a front squat. So what Kayla's going to do is get under the bar like we talked about, place that bar up on her shoulders, lift the bar up off the rack, have her elbows nice and high. She's going to widen her stance, keep her core contracted and her back flat. Tilt back, sit into those heels, and drop her hips as she squats. And then she's going to stand up and walk forward and rock. Once you're comfortable with your hip flexor and ankle mobility, you're ready to do a proper squat. So what I'm going to have Jimmy do is come up under the bar. He's going to rest the bar on top of his shoulders, down away from his neck. Lift the bar off the rack. He's going to step back. He's going to find his stance, tilt his hips back, and go ahead and squat. Notice how he's keeping his weight in his heels. His core is tight, his back is flat, and his chest is up, all while his legs are being pulled apart. Good. And rack. Perfect. Thank you for watching our video on mobility and flexibility in weight training. For more information, or if you're interested in a personal trainer, you can contact me here. Once again, my name is Clarissa, and I'm a trainer at Aztec Recreation Center. Have a good workout.